Hello, welcome to Soulprint Insights. I just want to take a moment to thank my new subscribers and, of course, my established ones. I want to thank you for the views, the thumbs up, the comments. They're lovely, and I think mostly what I like about them is that they're very supportive of each other, and I really enjoy seeing that and feel very happy that this Soulprint channel has become a place where that can happen. So thank you very, very much for all of that. Quickly, if you are wanting a private reading, there's in the box below me, there is an email address. Just send that to me and I'll communicate with you directly and send out the information for you. So I thought today would be a good day. You know, things are stressful, right? They're getting crazier and crazier out in that world. I think generally speaking, a lot of us are struggling to feel sort of safe, to feel secure, even sometimes to feel like we have even a slight handle on what is swirling around us. And very often when we feel like that, one of the things we do is we reach for items or symbols that bring us comfort, that bring us reassurance. So one of the most, obvious and certainly for many, 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 many years common was something as simple as, the cross, right? A cross that people would wear. Because it sort of gave them that sense that they were connected, they were protected. But certainly as time has gone on, you definitely see more and more people wearing crystals. You see more and more people talking about things like vibration therapy, sound therapy, color therapy. So I thought that this would be a good time to share with you the information I got when I asked, are the use of divination tools or metaphysical talismans helpful? So this was my answer, and I would really like to share it with you. These, of course, are the words of Masudius. So, oops, I'm throwing things around here. Let's begin, shall we? So, are they helpful? And yes, they can be, but not because they hold powerful and magical properties in the way most would think. Let's explain. Everything in creation has an energy or vibration, and that energy and vibration has an effect. Yes, the human mind and spirit can be and are affected by the vibrations of colors, crystals, the moon and water tides, the power and energy of the earth, scent, music, drumming, and chanting. There is a vibrational impact from everything because everything has a vibration. Having said that, the real power in these tools and talismans are the belief that you place in them. When you use, as an example, divination cards, it is with the intention and focus to draw towards you the insight, guidance, or healing you seek. This opens a channel by which those from other dimensions can then utilize. The card functions as the tool to open the lines of communications. The same guidance can be received by asking a question, holding a thought, and being still. But the use of cards can create a link or focus. The use of crystals, gemstones, and metals is another way in which connection is sought. Again, as with all that is created, there is an energy vibration. But the more important factor, and in fact, what actually boosts the vibration of these items, is your thoughts and beliefs that they will serve a certain function or purpose. Understand the true power lies in your thoughts and beliefs. It lies in your intentions. If it is your intention that a certain crystal will have a certain effect, then that is so. The inherent vibration of the crystal is amplified by your intentions and beliefs, and so this is then the reality that you experience. If you hold the intention that color or scent therapy can produce certain results, such as balancing chakra energy or intensifying certain emotions or abilities, then this is so. It becomes a happy marriage of inherent vibrational energy and your intention. Now, that is not to say that if you, for example, want to use a specific crystal for a specific intent, and maybe you're using that crystal for someone else. Very often you'll hear of parents perhaps putting a crystal under a child's pillow, or you may I don't know, have a blanket in blue or green that you really encourage somebody to snuggle up with on the couch because you're hoping that those energies will bring them some comfort and some healing. Now, that's not to say that the vibrational energy of the colors or the crystals don't work on their own. But the intention behind it, whether it is your intention for yourself or another, it just simply becomes amplified. And so I kind of want to say they work better when you have clarity about the intention, clarity about what it is you're actually trying to accomplish or heal. Okay? So, thoughts to remember when using divination or connection tools. It is very important to set the intention that all that comes to you comes from a place of love, truth, and wisdom. And it comes through the light, or an unintended connection can become attached, which can then open portals to lower and more negative energy forces. Secondly, if you really believe that the information received or the intended purpose is truth, then be cautious that you don't create mixed signals by multiplying the methods to the point where the only message sent to the universe is that of fear. So, two things. So, those of you out there who maybe have started tarot card reading, or maybe you're looking into getting a crystal or a pendulum and starting to work with that, or maybe you're wanting, to bring a few crystals into your life and see what that feels like and how that works for you. Always remember that when you're setting the intention, that your intention is that everything that transpires is under that bubble of protection. It is under a dome of white light or divine light, or whatever again your intention is. But you don't just start using things randomly without sort of setting the reason and the intention and the focus with whatever the tool or talisman is. Okay, that's like really important. The second one is even more important. It's like, so let's say you decide that you really want some smoky quartz in your life, because smoky quartz is a really lovely crystal that allows you to it helps remove negative energy from you. It helps ground you. It is very protective. So you go out and you buy a smoky quartz crystal, or you buy a piece of jewelry that has smoky quartz in it. And you set the intention, right? And you believe that that crystal is working to do whatever you asked of it to do. And then the next thing you know, you've got 6 more pieces of smoky quartz crystal that you're carrying around or lugging around or holding on to. When you multiply like that, it creates an energy that basically says, I don't think one's going to work, or I don't think it's enough, or this seems like such a big issue or concern to me that, I need to really, really increase the amount of it with me. You'll often see this sort of behavior with people who are trying to, for example, protect their homes because they're trying to create a real sense of safety or security within the home. And they have 6 or 7 different things that they're doing. They've got salt along the windows, and they've got sage being burnt, and they got crystals. And it's like all you do when you create that many things trying to do the same job is the bigger message that gets sent out is not that I want my house to be safe and protected, but I am so scared of whatever's going to come at me that there is no amount of protection that is too much protection. And so you're no longer talking about feeling safe as much as your focus has become, I'm really scared. That, of course, then becomes the emotion that becomes amplified, right? So you've got to be really, really careful about that. It's a really good thing when you can say, this is going to work. This is what I'm putting, my energy into. And remember, stuff won't always work exactly the way you think it should work, because we have a lot of helpers on other vibrational levels who have a little bit more clarity actually than we have about our own purposes, because they can simply see more, have access to more. And so sometimes when prayers are answered or intentions are set, they may not necessarily manifest exactly the way you think they would or should have. And to be fair, sometimes they don't manifest at all. And then in hindsight, you realize why it was a good thing that whatever that was didn't manifest, because if it had, then you would have created an obstruction to you moving towards something else that has, basically put you in the place that you're in now, and that's a better place. So, always be mindful of all of the energy dynamics, okay, when it comes to, frankly, energy, any energy work, but of course, when you start using, tools, again, crystals, color, sound, whatever it is. In energy work, it is not truth that if a little is good, a lot is best. When you repeat the same prayer or intention over and over, the message becomes, I don't trust that this will be heard or answered. That doubt then becomes the message being sent. If you really believe that a certain symbol, crystal, will provide increased protection, then multiplying them only becomes an indicator of how big your fear is, and the fear is what gets fed. If you receive a message that you are on a path to perhaps realizing a dream or a prayer being answered, trying to duplicate that message over and over by various means creates a block big enough to stop the forward flow of the gift. Remember that. It's really, it's like if we get good news, we want the same good news repeated from a bunch of different sources, because then we can feel confident. And what that does is it sends out a message that you really didn't believe it the first time it was said. And if you really didn't believe it, why was that? Was that because on some level you didn't think you deserved it or that you should have it? You need to think about this kind of stuff. And if you find that you face more closed doors than open ones, it is time to reflect on the thoughts behind your thoughts. Now, for those who are newer to this channel, or for those established viewers who perhaps would like a bit of a refresher, there is a video that was put out a little bit ago called The Thoughts Behind Your Thoughts. So if you go into the Soulprint Insights actual page and you press playlist, I think it is under Insights and Guidance. It might be under Insights and Guidance by Masudius, but I think it's under Insights and Guidance. You will literally find a video called Your Thoughts Behind the Thoughts, okay? It's always a really good idea to go back, refresh this information, or if you're new to the channel, perhaps you'd like to hear it for the first time. But we are discovering that those thoughts that are rolling around in the back of our head have a whole lot more control than we think or realize, in terms of actually what ends up being manifested. What message are you sending out to the universe? What are you actually asking for in reality? Is one thought canceling out the previous thought? If you find yourself doubting or questioning whether or not an intention will be made manifest, ask yourself, what are my thoughts behind my thoughts? It is easy to say I want. It is easy to say I desire. It is easy to say I need. In truth, is it your truth that you believe that you can have those things? Is it your truth that you have removed any past or present blocks that may prevent you from being able to accept and receive that which you ask to be healed? Are you following the guidance lovingly given? Are you living in and reflecting your highest truth? Are you your best version of yourself? Hear your answers. When we were created, so too were created all the tools, dreams, skills, and knowledge to enable each of us to live the life of our intentions. We have the promise of free will, and we have the support of the divine. We are given no dream without the ability to make it a reality. Those things in our lives that we dream of and pray for are there to lighten the path, to show us the potential of our soul print. They can become our highest intention and the realizations of all of our intentions. This is true no matter if we are in human form or any other, whether we are in one dimension or another. We are all from and of the source of all. With love and light, you have within your grasp all you need or require to live the life of your intentions, no matter what tools or talismans used. Included in your toolbox are life experiences, skill sets, passion, the quest for answers, divine communion, crystals and candles, spiritual understanding, wisdom, compassion, and your truth. Blessed are you and your soul print journey. We remain at this time as studious. So I guess the short answer for that is absolutely. These things can be incredibly effective and incredibly powerful. We need to ensure that we set clear intentions, pure intentions, and that those intentions and the items we're choosing to use are protected by light. And so that you're not attracting any lower energy vibrations that you don't want. And you want to be very clear that the things you use are things that you can feel really confident in, so that you don't find yourself sort of duplicating the same intention over and over and over again. So, some more really interesting and I think helpful words from the soul group Masudius. I hope you have found this insightful and helpful. Until next time. Sorry about that. So, in the meantime, until I see you next time, stand in your strength and stand in your light. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.